We are live for the Super Speedway League and ready to rock and roll. So, starting off tonight, got qualifying, so we'll go ahead and lower this deal to the bottom. And qualifying's going to kick off, so we'll be watching that as the time updates. Excited for that. Obviously, qualifying sets the pace for or sets where everybody's gonna be in the heat race. So pretty valuable. Obviously, a short race, 5-lap heat races. We'll check the info here, which is actually covered. My mistake. So there we go. You can see it in the bottom right. It'll only be 2 heat races in this one. It'll split it. And then we got the warm up and then the feature. So looking forward to the race, 67 laps, because it is a little bit shorter track, so that we will adjust for the other time that we come back to Atlanta. But yeah, excited for this. Love this track. As a super speedway, it's pretty good. Miss the old one. I like the old one a lot more, but this track's pretty good too. So we'll see how it races tonight. On the pole so far, Bully with a 4.7. We'll see how it updates and where we go. Was talking to Bully before the race. Just before I got in here, it's his first time since the repave, and it's been on ice and that he's been able to run. So he's looking to run his first race tonight on this new track as Clay goes back top of the board with a 3.6. Mike goes second with a 4.2, but Clay with a really good lap time with that 3.2. So we'll see if anybody's got anything for him. David goes second. Now that pushes Mike down the leaderboard. Mike, one of the best super speedway drivers in the league. Like always, a few guys that haven't qualified: Austin Albritton, Chad Adams, Austin Baker haven't qualified, so looking to see where they go on the board. They're always quick, no matter where we're at. Doug goes fourth on the board. Clay still top of the board now. Chad qualifies with a 3.9. So first 9 other than Clay goes to Chad. Very good lap from Clay. And Albritton beats Dave just by barely by 100th of a second. Wow, the from third to 6, actually all within 5 thousandths of a second. Albritton still hasn't qualified. Waiting for him to do that, but all in all, 26 seconds left. Think it might be over. Just waiting for Austin to qualify, but we'll see how these boys stack up. Against one another. All right. Qualifying's ended. Let's get into the action. Easier to get into the action and announce and things like that when we're ready to race. So here we go for heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 is going to kick off underway here. gridding for it. Do the running order here in a second or two, but everybody's gridded or trying to grid for it. One thing I noticed after qualifying, all three All-Sing Motorsports trucks are in this heat race. So they're looking to make something happen. We'll see if they're able to. If they can get all situated and lined up together, that's going to be one to look out for. But we'll go ahead and pull this deal back up right quick. So Clay's going to be on the pole for this heat race with Austin Baker to his outside. Then in row number 2 is going to be Mike Presley and David Livingston. Row number 3 is going to be Jacob Delago and Gregory Everett. So Greg going to try to run this. Then J.D. Rutzer and Austin Albritton going to round out the field for heat race number 1. I'm excited to see what they do. But everybody's gridded now. We're ready to roll off here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Eight cars in this heat race. It'll be 6 in the next one. But they're rolling off, and we're ready to rock and roll. Keep yawning, and I don't know why, but all right. Atlanta Motor Speedway, first time we go here this season. It's going to be in the truck, so like the first and only time this season. So we'll see how they take advantage of it and see who's good here at the shortest super speedway on the schedule and how that all works out for them tonight. But for the heat race, it's going to be Clay Sartin and Austin Albritton leading them, or Austin Baker leading them to the green here. The WTF Racing Super Speedway League, race number 3. Heat race number 1 is green. Everybody already trying to fight for that bottom lane. On restarts, the bottom lane is going to be the best lane to be in. We'll see that later in the race. As already cars loose. The 99 down the back straightaway sideways. After a bump from the 99, now the 99, or from the 54, now the 99's got to get up the track. He's going to make contact with the 49, and it's already getting dicey here on lap 1. Clay Sartin looking for his first win this season, looking for his first deal of the season as the 54 goes to the bottom of the racetrack and comes up. They make all kinds of contact, and they're wrecking out back. 2 in the wall, 3 in the wall. They're still wrecking. And problems early already caused there. Let's go back and take a look at that. I think that's what I'm going to do for a new rule heading into this. No more apron, because that is what costed it. Too aggressive. 54 gets into the 17 and goes 55 up the track, and it caused that big one there. So unfortunate for pretty much everybody except for the front 2. But yeah, now they're going to have to race it out for the lead with 2 laps to go.
Thank you. Nah.
No, I know.
No, it was a whole different conversation.
We're Coming to the white flag, though, this time, as a few cars are trying to get by the race and complete the first heat race. But Clay Sarton, Austin Baker looking for their first win of the season. As I don't know what that was from JD, try to come up on the track, maybe screw over Clay, but hopefully the lap cars are going to get out of the way now. It's going to be Clay Sarton and Austin Baker are going to battle it out here. They're going to be side by side, heading through 3. Austin Baker on the outside, Clay Sarton on the inside. Who's it going to be? Off at turn number 4, all the way to the stripe. Clay Sarton's going to win it. Austin Baker finishes second, put up a valiant effort, trying to work that outside line. Just wasn't able to get to him to do it. And that puts Austin Albritton in 3rd. As let's go through and check this out here. So Austin Albritton finishes 3rd. JD Retzer 4th. Greg Everett 5th. Jacob DeLago 6th. 7th is David Livingston. 8th is Mike Presley. And in this heat race, Chad Adams 1st. David Hurt 2nd. Doug Essel 3rd. Bully Chef 4th. Jay Monin 5th. 6th, Jason Batsby. And that's going to be the lineup for this heat race. 1 second. Well, apologies there. Trying to get everything situated and just kind of stating rules. I didn't know how Atlanta was going to work, and we saw that kind of caused the first one, so it really didn't go good. So it caused one early, but setting the rules, setting everything up. So but heat race number 2 is about to kick off underway. Doug Essel's won the last 2 heat races that he was in. Both won in the first race. Second race won that one as well. So he's looking to make it 3 for 3 in the heat races. Chad Adams, he's won 1 this season and looking for his 3rd main event win this season. Won the last 2, swept the season so far. Now Chad's going to be on the pole with David Hurt on his outside. Heat race number 2 is green. This is the field I'd be scared to run with. These are probably the least aggressive guys, but some of the fastest and best at this whole super speedway deal. And it'll show once it starts to ramp up later in this one. But on that outside line, it's going to be Bully and David Hurt working that outside line together. Then Chad Adams and Doug Essel on the inside line. Now Jay Monin is going to go underneath the 57. Or the 57 is going to go underneath the 18 Bully Chef. But that outside line seemed to have a little bit of momentum. Usually on super speedways, that outside line is really good. Depends on whoever's in second. Now it's going to be 3 by 3. Ooh, big wiggle from Chad getting in the corner. Now the 67 makes contact with the 18. And they make contact, go around. Big contact early. Drivers all trying to get back running. 67 going to pull down to pit lane and stop. So not for sure what happened there. As more cars down the front straightaway. Spin. The 77 and 51 make contact. They spin down pit road. As we were looking at Doug, that's going to give back over this battle for it right here. So the 57 out front, Bully in second, Jason in third. When it updates coming across this line, but these guys know only 2 fascia pairs.
There. But you set off 4, you're allowed to go on the apron.
So Jay went underneath the apron there. He's going to give the spot up to Bully. Now that's going to put Bully into the mix with the white flag. So Bully with a big run. He's going to go underneath him now. Now it's going to battle all the way back to the line. White flag off turn 4. Who's it going to be? Looks like Jay's going to clear Bully down the back straightaway. Does Bully have anything for him with the damage? It doesn't look like it. Jay Monin's going to come off of turn number 4, and he's going to win heat race number 2 at Atlanta. Good run for him. Gets that first heat win for him. And that's going to set the field for the A main. So we'll see how this grid lines up. We'll check it right here. David Hurt going to be on the pole. Gregory Everett going to be second. Doug Ezel third. J.D. Rutzer fourth. Jason Batsby fifth. Austin Albritton sixth. Bully Chef seventh. Austin Baker eighth. Jay Monin is going to be ninth. Clay Sarton 10th. Jacob DeLago 11th. Chad Adams 12th. David Livingston 13th. And Mike Presley going to be 15th. So a lot of work for these guys to do. We're going to take a quick break here. we're ready. We're back, and we're ready to kick off this field here at Atlanta. Excited about this race. I'm excited to see how everybody handles it and who's going to come out on top. Cars are rolling out onto the track now. Two fascia pairs. Points on the line. And it's going to be a fight for every single spot. This field knows it. All these drivers hungry for their first win other than Chad Adams. And he's starting pretty deep in the field. Won the last two races. Won the first two races. So, first two races have been the last two. So, he's looking to go for a three-piece. But on the front row, it's going to be David Hurt and Gregory Everett leading them to the green flag. Doug Ezel and J.D. Rutzer in row number 2. Jason Batsby and Austin Albritton, third row. Bully Sheft and Austin Baker, fourth. Jay Monin, Clay Sarin, fifth. 99 Thomas, Jacob Delago and Chad Adams in row number 6. And we're coming to the green till the start of the Super Speedway League. Race number 3 is green. Gregory Everett stuck on that outside line. Got to be careful with that, Greg. Starting on that front row could be disaster if it doesn't go well. But everybody's seeming to get through turn 1 and 2 fine. Now Doug's going to go to the point. He's going to lead lap number 1. Got underneath David Hurt there. Was able to take up the lead, and he led that lap. But now Jason Batsby finished second last night in the truck league race at Kansas. He's looking to repeat that, but gain one extra spot. We'll see how that works out for him, and if he's able to. Everybody fighting Greg into the wall on the front straightaway. Back in it again, back in front of the field. Caution flies already. Saw Greg hit the wall, and that was big. Really, really big. All right, so we take a look at it. See Greg in the cat truck on the front stretch, gets into the wall, hits the wall again on exit, and it throws him into traffic right in front of Jay, and he goes up and over. Not what you want to see early in the running. Greg started on the front row, dropped back quickly, and hit the wall on his own and caused the first wreck. But that was a big flip for Greg on the front straightaway. First caution of the night is the first flip, so not good one bit. Pace car is coming off of turn 2. See if there's any strategy. Anybody coming down pit road, doesn't look like it. Maybe one Austin Albritton, 2 Clay Sarton. So a few cars are coming down pit road. Still trying to get everything situated, so my apologies, but caution comes out early and not what anybody wanted to see. With one car in the air, big problems for that happening, but that not what drivers wanted. Still trying to set up a few different things, but caution comes out there at a very bad spot. Greg got in the fence and hit the wall. Came back down into Jay, which I don't think Jay has any front end damage, so nothing to worry about for him. He looks okay at the moment, as we'll go on board with him. Doesn't look like he has any damage, so that's good. He'll be able to continue running, but we're going to double up here. Pace car lights are out. We're going to get back running. New front row for this restart, though. It's going to be Doug Ezel and Jason Batsby leading them back to the green. Doug able to take over the lead early. Got it from Dave. Dave dropped back a few cars. But a whole new front row and a pairing that worked out last week with Doug and Bully, or at the first week at Atlanta, or at Talladega in ARCA cars. They were able to roll that inside line. Got it working all by themselves. And now we're green once again. Also got Nick, who's going to help me out just a little bit as well. Don't know if he's going to do any announcement, but he could do kind of pit road reporting and letting people know. But the top few cars, everybody's pretty much single file now. The 18 is going to try to go to the outside of the 28. That's going to bring up a few more cars into the mix. See JD Rutzer in the 54 trying to get the draft from that outside lane. Now the field's doubled up, and we're rolling. Nick, are you there? Do you got a copy?
I do got you.
Alrighty, what are you seeing so far? And at Atlanta, what is something to look out for?
Really tight racing from the, a little bit of contact there, but from the little bit of racing I've done here in the truck specifically, I know later in the runs, it tends to actually wear tires, especially 3 and 4. It'll start sliding a little bit, get tight. So just watch out for guys in traffic. Might have to be lifting a little bit.
Yeah, this track, the tightest and smallest super speedway on the schedule. So these guys know it. They're going to have to be careful with that. But See Doug on that inside line. JD Rutzer, the first car on that outside line, leading it. He's got to be very careful, Doug, on that inside line. The whole inside line, not to wash up into the cars to his outside. They all got to be careful with that, because that could be very bad if anything happens. See, Bully still out front. Rolls have kind of flip-flopped. Doug now pushing the 18 on that bottom lane. So JD still trying to fight it on that outside line. The only All-Sing Motorsports truck on that outside line. So he hasn't been able to do much yet. No, very little help. Now he's going to get a little bit of help from David as he gets closer and closer. But Doug getting a big shove from the 29. He got loose there. Now the 99 up the track just a little bit. The 10's going to try to go 3 wide heading into turn 1. Is he able to get back in line? He does. 10, good move. Able to get clear. Able to get through that. The 10 trying to go in the middle once again. Now he's caught up to the back of the teammate. Now Doug trying to get clear of the 29. Just barely able to. Doug, see all these cars swerving all over the place. You can tell they're hard to drive, struggling for grip. Like Nick said earlier, as tires start to wear, the more laps you run, the harder it gets to drive. So they're all swerving, making lane changes when cars are around them. So they got to be careful with that. But Doug going to be clear on JD now. Big sideways moment there. 67 trying to keep her down. All over the bottom lane. Now he's going to be loose in front of the field. Doug able to save it. Great save by Doug. Gets out of there. Maybe a blessing in disguise. Got loose, able to get around it. Now All-Sing Motorsports found their way up to the front of the field. The 18's gonna, or the 19's gonna get in the wall. 49 kind of got blocked by the 18. Now here comes Chad Adams in the 51. Out to the point though. Austin Baker and JD Rutzer leading this field. They found their kind of mojo in their speed, and they're using it. Now they just need their last partner in crime in All-Sing Motorsports, the 49, as now Austin Baker loose in front of the field on that bottom lane. All the cars trying to make moves. Here comes Chad Adams to the back of JD bumper. Big moves now. Bully's going to go to the inside. JD blocked Chad that whole straightaway. Now Austin Baker loose once again on the inside line. All these drivers struggling to keep her straight. We heard Nick say it gets looser and looser through his experiences, and it's definitely showing now. As some comers and goers are definitely showing now. The 54 getting aggressive with the blocks. Chad Adams, the only car on that outside line. Let's go ahead right on board with the 99 as he's making moves to go his way through the field. He's going to split the 51 and the 77 on the inside. He's going to be able to do it. At least clear the 51 on his outside. Bully now to the outside of JD Rutzer for the lead. Now everybody's regrouped. Lines have been formed once again. As Chad Adams going to get in the wall, he's going to save it. Doug Ezel loose as well once again. Doug saves it again. But they're still pushing hard for the lead. Side by side down the back straightaway in the corners. That bottom lane, JD Rutzer able to start pulling away and hold it, but now he washed up a little bit on exit. That's going to force the 29 to go underneath him. Contact down the front straightaway, 18 spinning. Caution waves. Once again, one upside down, the 57 flipping on the front straightaway, up and over. Barrel rolling into turn 1, land safely on his wheels. But caution number 2 of the night, waves. This trial is dastardly. As we see off at turn 4, the 99 tried to give the 18 a bump just a little bit too much. Got him in the right rear corner. Turned him. They both go into the wall. That was the 99 that went in the air flying, doing cartwheels. Almost landed on top of Doug as they wreck more and more down the field. The 57 tried to avoid it. Then the 5 on the brakes. Nothing that the 5 or 57 could do on that part. Unfortunate there. But man, that unfortunate. Let's go ahead and watch Doug here as he tries to make it through this wreck. So pretty far back, right on top board with the 67. He sees the 99 in the air, has to make evasive action not to get landed on, but slows it down, gets it rolling as he sees the 57 flipping in front, and the 57 almost comes up in front of him. But that was very, very big wreck, as a few cars at the back actually were having a good battle. But man, that was a wild one. For caution number 2, 2 cars up and over. That was big. Go ahead, jump up to the front of the field. A few cars coming down pit road. Doug drove through pit road that time. Anybody coming down pit road? Few cars, all the cars. 49, 54. They came down pit road that time. Looks like the 29 and 77 stayed out. So they're still out. Chad Adams also comes down pit road. See the 57, the 19 comes down pit road. The 5, he's going to get his damage fixed.
Yeah, not shocking that a lot of these guys coming down pit road, how the tires are wearing really bad. I'm sure they all want 4 fresh tires, get back out there and have as much grip as possible.
Yeah, we saw the 10 and 67 both get loose twice. Doug was able to save it. Then Austin was able to save it. Then Doug finally caught back up and then got loose again, kind of mid-pack, able to everybody avoid those, and it didn't cause any problems. But it started to get loose on these guys early. So if we go green to the end, by the end of this deal, it could be a big factor on handling, kind of like an older Daytona, as a few more cars going to come down pit road. Austin Albrecht, JD Rutzer, Doug Ezel, Chad Adams going to come back down pit road. So everybody trying to make it way, get these cars handling how they would like, be set up for the end. But it's definitely been a battle.
Been crazy. A lot
Been
of guys,
a war
I
for
was
the
talking to-
drivers.
Yeah, a lot of guys I was talking to before didn't really know what to expect coming in. I don't know if anyone expected it to be that chaotic.
I don't think anybody expected it either. It was definitely, trucks proven to be a handful, even at the smallest super speedway on the series of the season. These drivers, also, most of these drivers, pretty much all of them, have run a race in, I believe all of them have ran a race in the truck series as well. So they know what these trucks and how they drive and things like that. But we also got the All-Star race, and it's here at Atlanta coming up in a few weeks for the Truck League. So they're kind of getting experience with that, and they're realizing how hard it's going to be. It's going to be a fight in that one. But we're doubled up, ready to go. Pace car lights are out once again. Pace car pulls off. It's going to be Jason and David on the front row. Jason fires. We're green. See JD kind of looking Lee inside of Mike Presley, but Bully Chef going to go up to the top side. He's going to try to help David Hurt round the outside. He's going to be able to do it. Austin Albritton with a big run. He's going to shoot the middle, try to go underneath Dave. Austin Albritton to lead with a big move down the back straightaway. Big move from Austin Albritton, able to get that job done. Now there's a whole mess of cars in this one trying to fight through it. As you see 18 Bully Chef in the middle, kind of stuck between JD Rutzer and I believe on the inside that is Jason Batsby. Yes, it is. Bully finally able to squeak out the middle there. Going to get to David Hurt's right rear. Let's go on top of the tower, see what these spotters are seeing. Looking at it, these guys trying to make moves early, set themselves up for later in the race. With a run now on the back straightaway, the 77 is going to be clear on Bully to make a move. No, he's not. Just going to push the 49 into the corner. Two All Seeing Motorsports trucks in the top three. As we hear a crunch, not for sure what that was or if someone blew up maybe. But now JD able to get clear on Bully. Let's see if he tries to make a move to get by the 77 and work with his teammate in the 49. 67 and 18 are going to be going up there. Now 18 gets in the wall. Big swerve by the 18. That puts him in the wall. 67 runs in the back of him. Nowhere for Doug to go. They make contact. That's going to blow Doug's motor. Unfortunately, 18 big swerve. He got into the wall. Let's go back and look at that. See the 18 thought about going to the outside of the 54, then kind of swerved big, then swerved even bigger. He caught the wall. Nowhere for Doug to go. That's unfortunate for Doug. He's going to blow a motor. Don't know if he has an extra fast pair. He might be done for this one. Hopefully no fluid coming out of the back of that truck, but now the front five have kind of pulled away. Not much going on now. As JD Rutzer able to get the lead. Austin Albritton second. David Hurt third. Jason Batsby fourth. Austin Baker fifth. So All Seeing Motorsports, all three trucks are inside the top five. Not the way that Doug Essel wanted that race to end. This field spreading out now. No guaranteed yellows at any point. So these guys know it. Let's go ahead, do a little bit of a crank it up real quick.
We got Greg, or not Greg, we got Doug. Got out of the truck and he's up here with us now.
Doug, you safe? You come out of the medical center, hard hit into the back of the 18, blew the motor. How did talk to us how your race ended and what went wrong there?
I guess I should have just ran him back for a while. Yeah, we just had some hard contact there, and I just couldn't get around him as quick as he went up in, and and then yeah, it is what it is. You know, wasn't much I could do about it. So.
Yep, unfortunate. But we saw those tires were really, as there's a lot of smoke down the backstretch, we saw those tires were really, affecting you guys. Grip was really low in those trucks. So tell us about that and how it was
Yeah,
trying to hold onto it.
yeah, definitely. This track definitely will. You can get loose pretty easy on it. Kind of lose the handle, so to speak, on it real quick, and had to gather it up a couple times myself, and then just there. I think just whatever. I don't think anybody hit Bully, but uh, I think I think it was just whatever with
That lack of grip.
yeah, he just didn't have any grip, and he went up in the wall, and the rest is history.
Yep, but just one more quick question. Obviously, this is going to be the All-Star race and not very long for the truck series. So anything you learned going to that, or maybe you can't tell us, but anything you learned for that?
Yes,
Out of the
be
truck.
very careful. That's what I learned. Be very careful, and I think it's gonna be a pretty it's gonna be. Sorry about that. They were chattering in my ear. It's definitely gonna be a tricky track to last the whole race. Um, especially in traffic is where it gets really bad. So, uh, I would suggest just running in the back for the majority of the race. Or if you can get out front and stay out front, I think you'd be good. I don't know who. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Thor-
You said not to go down to the.
We see the 49 and 54 out front. A little bit of a gap to David Hurt now as we're across the line for lap 38. So still a decent way to go. I don't know how many cars can make it on fuel, if anybody can make it on fuel. But out front, two in front, two kind of trailing. Then you got Jay Monin, who's a lap car. He's trying to go through the field. Just behind them, you got Austin Baker, Chad Adams, Mike Presley. They're kind of in their own pack for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Just kind of trying to get there to the end. I don't know who can make it on fuel or anything like that, though. So it's going to be interesting to see. Nick is going to go check that and see. He's going to talk to the few crew chiefs and see if they're able to come down and make it, or if they can run it all the way to the end. We will see. But this pack is definitely spread out. Whole race is spread out now. We're looking to see where everybody goes. The 10, he's trying to stay in front of Chad here, but they're kind of in their own group, just in front of them. Then David Hurt, Jay Monin, Jason Batsby, and starting to pull a gap. Austin Baker and JD Rutzer building a pretty good gap in front of this field. No yellow could definitely spice up this whole race. See the 5 getting the wall there. Not sure what happened there. Now the 29, 77 going to come around. This race is definitely spread out a lot more than I thought. I thought Atlanta would be one of the tracks where it would stay tight the whole time, but it's definitely proven to be a challenge. But no yellows has come out after all the incidents and things like that, so not for sure why all these drivers are having so much problems. It's clearly a tricky track, so we'll have to look at that later in the season, or when like Nick said, when they come to the All-Star race or for the All-Star race, how big of a factor is that going to be with all these guys trying to find their way around this racetrack and struggling so much? Let's go ahead right on board with Austin Albritton, see how he's stuck to the back bumper of JD Rutzer. To the two smoothest in the field. Oh, as I say that, two smoothest in the field, JD Rutzer gets loose.
I was just talking to him and he kind of freaked out, so.
That sounds like them, but Austin all over the back bumper of JD, and as I was just saying, they're smooth, and I think that's why they're fast, in line, in sync. JD got loose. That's a big thing that could happen with them being on each other's back bumper at a 1.5 miles or other tracks where air matters. You can kind of loosen people up with getting on their back bumper. So here, where it's a tight enough track to where it matters and things like that, it could be a factor in turning someone to get them way loose. Maybe that's why Doug and Austin Baker got loose earlier.
Yeah, I was just talking to him, and they're talking. All of a sudden, whoa, goes JD. So definitely got real loose there. But everyone says they're good on fuel, so it's pretty much, if it goes green at the end, it's just gonna be running it out.
It's
No
definitely
pit
going to be a fun one to watch. We'll see how they make it in the rest of the race. But if there's a yellow, a lot of these cars banking or hoping for a yellow. Come down pit road, maybe get some new tires, get everything fixed. See this 4-car, 3-car, 3.5-car group is Jay's a little bit further back from it, but I think still in draft. Now this 4-car group's kind of in a line, and now they're working together. We'll go a little bit further back to the last 2 weeks race winner, Chad Adams, Austin Albritton. Or Chad Adams, Austin Baker behind him, and Austin Baker gets way loose there. Mike Presley just behind them, so now you see tires becoming a factor with Austin Baker getting loose. And we're still a long ways to go. 19 laps to go till the end, so still a long ways to complete this one. Baker doing all he can all over the back bumper of the 51, trying to help catch a few cars in front there, 9 seconds in front of this group. So 5th to 4th place is 9 seconds. Not what is needed for these guys. Is David Hurt. He's trying to make moves. He's going to try to go around David Livingston on the bottom. Now Jay Monin going to try to get a few cars, and Jay's going to make contact with the 77 there in the wall. Now the 77 with damage after this big contact for the 77. Caution's going to fly once again for the 3rd time tonight. Saw the contact between the 57 and 77. Forced Dave into the wall as caution comes out for the 3rd time tonight.
I know.
You see here the 57 with a big run. Tries to go in the middle here with the 77. He gets into the 77. That puts the 77 in the wall. Then they wreck after Dave blew a tire, ended up hitting the wall, and he spun. Then the yellow came out. So problems and people gonna be spicing it up here. We'll see how many cars are gonna get waves and things like that. But now strategies are gonna be interesting to see how this still works. As Austin Albritton slow. Don't know why. Maybe I had to let the 77 by. I think that is why. I had to let the 77 go by. But strategies and all this and that gonna be playing into a role. See what happens.
A little bit of a race control situation. Who are we waving?
Whoever's on the not on the lead lap. Just wave everybody.
Once.
No, till they get going. Or until it goes green. Just get everybody going.
Oh, Chad can't do that.
Doug can.
He's not in session.
Oh. Well, never mind then. Just leave it.
Okay, 10-4.
Well, I thought Doug was still in the session, so I was going to have Doug do that. But never mind. So sorry to whoever not on the lead lap. I apologize. Actually, I can do it here. Let me start doing this. I'll try to get cars waved around.
I'll entertain.
Do what?
I'll entertain.
Yeah, you play some jazzy music or stuff.
But yeah, I was thinking about under green. I was thinking about under green.
My
You know, just
bad, I
about the
didn't know you were
clash
here
and
doing it.
all of the NASCAR is back. And I was thinking about the clash and late in the race, some of those guys needed yellows, or in the heat race at least. Some of those guys in the way back needed yellows for anything to happen. I was like, that's kind of like this race, and they got their yellow. But we are under caution here. It's gonna be a pretty late race restart.
It'll be a really late race restart. It's going to be a restart on lap 54. We're going to 67, so a lot of decent amount of time, but not a lot to try to make your way through the field and win this deal. Nick, we've seen a lot of restarts, or a few restarts and things like that go wrong, and we've seen them go good. What is something to look at heading into this restart? Look out
Honestly,
for.
again, I don't. Something to look out for a tiresman, I guess. Some of these guys on older tires. I don't know how many people pit there. I wasn't really paying attention, but yeah, just whoever can get a good restart. I don't know what's going on.
I
Oh,
don't
my.
know. 77 had to go around to 54.
One time.
As they come out of four, they're pretty much single file. Looks like Albritton, or excuse me, JD, out in that lead.
Top five, single file now. Now everybody's on even playing field, even tires. Everybody's caught up to the back of the field. This is where you make the money. Closing in 2 laps. We're going to be 10 laps to go, so 12 laps to go here. This, oh boy. Everybody's single file. Who's going to have the run? Who's going to have the momentum? Who's going to go with who? You know, Austin Albritton and JD Rutzer, our teammates, they've been working together all race. Chad Adams doesn't need the win, but he wants it bad. He's looking for his 3rd win of the season to help extend his points lead. David Hurt looking for another good run like he had similar to last week and yesterday as well. Finished 3rd in the truck race there at Kansas, so he's looking to have a good run once again this week. But Super Speedway, anything can happen. No one's out of contention yet. I think these drivers know it. Chad Adams kind of testing the waters here. We'll see if Dave Hurt's going to go with them. Those two, I would say, the 2 best Super Speedway racers in the league, always find a way to be there at the end, no matter what. Go right on top of the chopper cam. See everybody single file out. Chad not able to build up a run yet, or a big enough one to clear them in his mind. This time by, it's going to be 8 laps to go. See the lap car, JD Rutzer, or that is Jay Monin. At the front of the field, he's going to go high, let all these drivers on the lead lap go by. Nick, into the closing laps. You had to pick a driver to win. Who are you going to pick?
Well, if I had to take a random guess, I don't really know. I'm going to go bold or go home. I'm going to say Clay Sarton wins this race.
Clay Sarton in the 19. You see him at the very right of your screen. Crossed the line that time in 7th. So, Nick with a bold move. All Sing Motorsports have been good all race. They've been the most dominant cars. Kind of why I don't want to pick them. Because at a Super Speedway, it seems like you could have the best car and be the fastest all race, and it never works out for you. But at this point, I don't know. But if I pick one, you know, if I pick JD, he's been leading the whole deal. Austin Albritton's going to have a move off turn 4, and we'll see who's going to win it at the line. So it's a 50-50 between them. Now you got Jason Batsby into the 3rd spot. That leaves Austin Baker, leads him into the 4th spot. So All Seeing Motorsports starting to close up here more and more each lap that we run.
Yeah, you got to be smart, set yourself up for a good position, but at some point you got to grow a sack and go for it.
Heard it from Nick. Gotta grow a sack and do it. So cross the line that time, lap 62. 5 to go. Is Austin Baker going to give the bumper to the back of the 29? That's going to get loose, and that's going to check up this whole field now. They're going to be 3 wide off of turn number 2. Jason Batsby stuck in that middle lane, not able to do anything with it. All Seeing Motorsports starting to pull away, at least the front 2. Now David Hurt able to get clear on Austin Baker. Can he run down the front pack? He's inside draft. He's catching him. He's going to have a big run, but he's got the front 2's teammate behind him. So who's going to go with Dave if he makes the move? As 10's going to get in the back of the 77 now. Back up the racetrack into the field. 77 into the 10.
Wow.
Up in front of the field. Big caution late in the running in this one. 10 got in the back of the 77. Wasn't able to save it. Back up into the 10. Take a quick look at it here. Gets in the left rear of him. And Dave just not able to save it. Overcorrects back up the racetrack into the 10. 51, 19. Net codes through it.
Did my driver get damage?
It looked like it popped back out. So I think
I don't know.
you're good. I think you're good. He just kind
I'll
of
have
net
to go
coded through a little
interview
bit
him. Hold
right
up.
front. Just a little bit of right front damage. Your driver's all right. He looked okay there, but man, what a heartbreaker for the 77, the 10, the 51. Got caught up in that. Nowhere for him to go. Couldn't see nothing. Tried to roll that outside line. Let's take a look and see what Chad saw from his perspective. Goes to the outside of the 10. Thinks that he's in the clear, and all of a sudden he's got a car up and on top of him, and he's flipping down the back straightaway, or entering turn 3, so a big wreck. Late, and it's going to be a green, white, checkered finish. Clay Starton's going to help his buddy in the 51 go. So a nice help from Clay. He's going to get damage fixed, and he's going to go back out, but been saying it pretty much every race. Anything can happen. You can be lined up in the perfect spot heading to the white flag, but it's a super speedway, and it's not going to matter because it's going to come down to a green, white, checkered finish.
Wouldn't be a super speedway race if it didn't. So.
I think this is the second super speedway race of the season to have a green, white, checkered. I'm not for sure on that one. Don't know the stats on that, but IRacing Motorsports going to be on the front row. We'll see what lane they pick. But Jason Batsby, Mike Presley in third and fourth.
Yeah, well, I talked to Austin and JD, obviously teammates, are out there pretty far out in front until that yellow came out, or the original midway sort of yellow. And they obviously thought they had a good chance at that moment. Not sure what they're thinking right now, whether they're gonna truly stick together or what. One guy I did actually talk to pretty early in this race was Mike. He thought he had an okay chance, just had to get a little bit lucky, and he thinks he can win this race.
Well, he got lucky. Now he's going to be fourth. Let's see how that works out for him. Mike been kind of in the shadows, haven't been up front battling it too hard. Now you see Chad Adams in the back just behind Clay. So the field bunching up. We're getting ready to roll.
I still got Clay picked. Fifth, third row on the inside. I told him go get it.
Good boy, Clay. If I had to make a pick here, I'm going to go looking for his first win with us in the 17. Also the 29, his, I believe, fourth race with us in total between both leagues. Don't want to pick the front row. I feel like that's cheating. I'm going to go with Jason Batsby. I'm going to go with Jason. I'm going to guess Jason Batsby's going to win this deal. I picked Austin at Richmond to win the Richmond race. That worked out for me. So, green, white, checkered finish. Here we go to end off race number 3 at Atlanta. JD fires. We're green. Good restart for the front 2. They're going to get clear heading into turn 1. Now, what does the field do to try to beat them? Jason, Clay, where do they go? Let's ride on board with the 19 as he's going to try to go to the outside of the 29. Not what I would have picked to do. Get back in behind him, Clay. Push him. Push him, Clay.
Push him. Come on, driver. What are you doing? Go. Jack.
Now Clay to the outside of the 29. That's going to pretty much give the lead to the front 2. Clay got to get back in line. He does. He's going to get in line. He's got to push him. That's the only hope that they've got against IRacing Motorsports. Now down the back straightaway. Big run from the 29. Where's he going to go? For the final time. Into turn number 3.
They don't got nothing.
Who's going to go where? Austin Albritton. One final chance off of turn number 4. Going to go low underneath JD Rutzer. Coming to the start-finish line. Who's it going to be? Austin Albritton wins it. Did JD break? JD break coming to the line. Why did he break?
Disqualifying both of them.
Why did he break? I don't know why he braked there, but Austin Albritton ends up getting the win. JD Rutzer finishes second. Jason Batsby finishes off third. Good run for Jason. Finished second last night. Finished third tonight, so a great run there for him. Nick, you want to go ahead and do some interviews?
Don't
Alrighty.
know who? I guess we'll talk to race winner.
Go ahead and
Austin
interview Austin
Albritton.
first.
If I can get him up here. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Austin, you got me? Oh no, we're on the wrong channel. Sorry, guys. Hold on. We almost got him. Wait. So close. Yeah! What's up, Austin Albritton?
Oh,
So you won that race. How'd you do it?
well, came across the finish line first, baby.
Well, we
Uh,
saw that.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. We just stayed out of trouble. Ended up winning. It was a good race. Appreciate JD working with me, and we had a big old lead there. So sucks we had to get a couple cautions. It was going to be interesting, just him and I. But that's what this thing is, man.
Yeah, you came off of turn 4, had the chance to take the opportunity to win it. Looked like on the corner, coming to the line, JD braked. I don't know what happened there.
Oh yeah,
Was that a setup or what happened there?
we had a plan in place to begin with when we entered the race, and it worked out execution wise about 100% proper. So
Well, your first
Well,
win.
that was scientific.
Yeah, your first win of the Super Speedway League. That's going to help you a little bit in the points. And so congratulations on that front. Who would you like to thank?
just JD, Austin Baker, just guys at All Seeing. That's about it, man. Special paint scheme this week, so you know how it is.
Yes, sir. Well, congratulations on the W. We'll be seeing you next week.
Maybe. See y'all.
Okay, and
Which,
he left.
before we interview the
Okay.
next guy, I would like to thank WTF Racing putting on this thing. KEB Broadcasting, I helped a little bit. Let's move on to the next one. I don't know who finished second.
JD Rutzer.
Oh, I know who finished second. Oh, yeah.
JD finishes second.
I think. I was trying to make it a photo finish.
No, really.
Yeah.
We saw that.
JD, you come home second.
Sorry.
You come home second. Coming to line, you hit the brakes and gave the win to Austin. What happened there?
I think I had a brake failure in my truck, yeah, it might have been one of my pedals that just went to the floor, and unfortunately I just gifted the win to Austin, really a shame for me, but glad Austin got the win.
Yeah, just unfortunate, right? Just right at the end there. Engine blew. Still doing burnouts, though, magically. But,
Absolutely unfortunate.
yeah, good teamwork. You guys won it purely because of that, I think. Good teamwork, good execution on whatever your magical plan was. But, yeah, good luck moving forward.
Appreciate it.
Who would you like to thank?
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank Overhead Surf Shop. Most importantly, they're a big sponsor for All Seeing Motorsports. Came on, done a great job so far. Really looking forward to keeping our partnership going with them. Smoky Bernie Paint Shop again. If you need any paint work done, you can come to me. We'll get pricing arranged and I'll get something worked out for you. And other than that, I mean, All Seeing Motorsports, all the guys there, All Britton, Baker. I mean, they're a couple of great guys, and I love what I do, and I love being part of their thing.
Well, luckily you were able to get in the top 3 and do that interview. I don't think Austin thanked any of your guys' sponsors, so thankfully that worked out for you, and you come home second. So congratulations on the W.
Appreciate it.
W for the team and all that. So a good run in that front. Let's go ahead and interview Jason Batsby. He comes home third.
Jason, what's up?
Jason, do you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, came home third, just a little bit short there. Had a run on him down the backstretch. Wasn't able to do nothing with it. What was going on in your mind heading to the white flag, and what did you need to get around the 2 front runners of All Seeing Motorsports?
Honestly, I did not have enough, I didn't have a run to get around them. I don't know what to say, really.
Well, solid week for you. You finished second last night in the truck race. Finished third tonight, showing that you got the speed, at least in the trucks. We'll see next week in the Super Speedway League, and we'll see where you finish for next week in the trucks. But solid week for you. Got in the podium spot both weeks, so congratulations on that front. Nick, got anything?
Yeah, no, you showed great speed. Had a little bit of damage there I saw at the end, so just kind of unfortunate. But hopefully you keep finishing good, and maybe you'll get a little bit better at these interviews. But good luck moving forward, and we'll see you next week. Oh.
All right, we're going to go ahead
sorry.
and enter off here from Atlanta. All Seeing Motorsports 1-2 finish with Austin Albritton and JD Rutzer. JD giving the win to Austin, so probably a points deal there, helping Austin get in the points, see if they can beat Chad. But Chad still should be top of the board in the points. I know Chad struggled there, finished 8th. Not sure what happened there, but JD gives the win to Austin Albritton. So All Seeing Motorsports seeming pretty good here in Atlanta. We'll see how they do next week, but we're looking forward to it. All in all, that's going to wrap up all of the finishes and wrap up the week for WTF Racing. Next week for the Truck Series, they're going to head to Chicagoland. For the Super Speedway, they're going to head to Next Gens at Talladega. So look forward to that one, because that one's definitely going to be a good one. Nick, got anything to add or throw in before we finish her off?
No, great race, fun to watch.
It definitely was a fun one to watch. So we're going to end it off here, and we'll see y'all next week. Hopefully y'all had a good one watching, and have a good one the rest of the day. We'll see y'all then.
Well, it's nighttime for most people.
Nick, shut the fuck up. You talk too much during the do. I'm still streaming shit. All right, thank y'all for watching the stream. Appreciate it.